Oh my goodness. Good. Good. It's gonna be fun. Hi, I'm Sarah from sewingmastery.com, and today I am playing hooky and helping a dear friend of mine clean her sewing room. So I can't wait to show you some pictures, but she did ask not to be identified. But how many of you, this is what your room looks like? You are creative, so you just go from one project to the next. We totally understand. But when you need help, reach out to a friend and have them come and help you. So that's what has happened. And so we've got 3 of us that will be actually going through. I think what we're going to do is move a lot of this out first and then find out what we need to keep. There's a lot of flat surfaces. Raise your hand if you've got flat surfaces that you can't see, and then you can't use it, and then you don't want to sew. So those are things that we all work on and we all struggle with. So tell me what the plan of attack is for starting off. What do you want to accomplish here? You want to be able to...
I want to be able to actually sew and have projects that I can work on. And not have to clear everything off first.
Yes. So do you work on more than one project at a time?
Sometimes, yes.
Yes.
Sometimes.
So yeah,
so that's and I like to leave things out so I can get to them next time.
I think that is a very common thing. So as we look at, we're just going to start, I think we have a plan of attack. We're going to just start to kind of categorize, put some fabric here and books here and see what really doesn't need to be in the sewing room. Because how many of you, your sewing room is the place that things just kind of get dumped or left? So we totally understand. So I hope to have some fun pictures to show you when we're done and what it looks like at the end of the day. So we are on a time frame, because if you give yourself 2 hours to get it done, it'll get done. If you give yourself 2 weeks to get it done, that's how long it's going to take. So we have a day. So I think we are going to 100%, we are going to have this looking ship shape when we're done today. All right, so she gave me permission to throw away any thread as long as I didn't tell her. So I'm in charge of getting rid of dual duty, not happening, all this. Metler, keep. Gutermann, keep. Coates and Clark, no. Yes. Styrofoam spools, no. Molinarchy, I had this when I was a little girl. Yeah, that one. It's old. She won't miss this. All right. We are cleaning things out, and I am so excited to show you the final results. So we are done. I am sweating because this sewing room happens to be in the upstairs of an old farmhouse, which is fine. But there was actually 2 rooms that we cleaned out all the way, and we started the consolidation and then pushed everything out in the hallway. And that took the morning. Good. Yep. And then we paused for lunch because you have to do that. And then something that I was not expecting happened, and we were able to power through this afternoon. But before we go on, I'm going to ask the owner of this beautiful new sewing room, and I'll show you around. Everything's put away. We have tubs. We donated a ton. But what does it feel like to look at your sewing room right now?
It is, I'm trying to think of the right word. Maybe rejuvenating, a little head spinning.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
A lot of head spinning.
I'm going to tell you what happened this afternoon.
But it feels really good.
Wow.
Wow.
Yes.
Just wow.
And I know you still have things that you need to go to, but everything's kind of like all of this stuff, this category of stuff is together. And you've promised.
It's manageable.
It's manageable.
It's manageable.
You've promised to kind of go through, now that it's not so scary.
Yeah.
To go through some of these things. So once we had this area kind of opened up, because you can do so much when you have workspace, is we put her right. Oh, I got your light. we put her right here. Yep. And then I started just bringing in boxes or tubs, and she started going through it. So donate or give back to mom or throw away, and then she'd hand me an empty bucket. And we put it back in the hallway. And then we did it again and again. And that is why I am huffing and puffing right now. There was 3 of us. Yes. It did take, what time?
It's not quite 3, so it's only been less than 2 hours.
2 hours
since we got back
you
from lunch.
hustled. And that is why her head is spinning. So I want to thank you for this opportunity to help
Gosh, thank you.
Oh my gosh.
That's fun.
And we have a third person here. Any thoughts or suggestions for other people doing? It makes a difference when it's not your stuff.
It does. I think having that friend or, somebody come and just give you a little bit of a hand, it makes you disassociate a little bit and gives you that chance to make the decisions.
It is.
It also helps having friends who are both tough love but willing to give you grace.
I did make her choose a few things.
But also when I push back, they're like, okay, it's good.
Yes.
That's the key. When you realized I was overwhelmed, you backed off.
And I think we had that understanding before we got started of what that was really gonna mean.
It made all the difference.
And a lot of times you just need to kind of, not to use the term quarantine any longer, but it's actually a good idea to put things away, quarantine them out of sight, and then maybe set a date, whether that's in a month, 6 months, or a year. If you haven't opened it up, maybe it is ready to move on. Or if you can't, and if you put it in something you can't see into, I've seen people put a date on it. And then if you can't remember what's in the box, you can't open the box.
Yes.
So no sticky notes on the outside, but just like quarantine number 1. Yeah, I've seen that work. And I wouldn't be able to remember.
To that.
Oh yeah. But we have a lot of clear totes here, so it's not too bad.
It's just what we already had.
Yeah. So anyway, I am so excited. Thank you for letting me do this. And like I said, I got to play hooky today, and if you need us, come back and you have a whole cross stitch room.
I do. That's one of the things I want to get through,
Yes.
but it's at least somewhat corralled in one area.
So
there'll be some other areas that get hit first. To be honest.
That's okay. But I did not know you did cross stitch.
I haven't in a few years because of life gets in the way, but I love it. It's my favorite handwork.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh,
Yeah.
Wonderful. So I'm going to give you a quick tour around this particular room. Oh, they're leaving and closing the door on me. And so we do have a multi-needle, some of the cabinets here, some tubs, sewing, and then this is what we did was we put all her fabric, and again, not in a lot of different order, but just like all the quilting fabric is together and all of this is together in her book, so she can kind of start working through this little by little. So thank you for indulging. I had fun with this. I hope maybe you'll be inspired to either have somebody help you, or maybe you need to help somebody else. Put in the comments below, when was the last time you cleaned your sewing room, or what was the best tip that you've heard from somebody that you've implemented in your sewing and organization that could be helpful for somebody else. All right, everybody, have a great weekend.